Hello dear friends and all the followers, welcome on the new episode of the WorldSense project. Today I will talk about the result of the experiment number 2, phase 2. So let's get started, and at first I'd like to invite you to the group WorldSense Awakening, where you can join the experiment, and there are also experiment number 1, which you can see here, and already there are 513 comments here, but in fact 120 people joined that first experiment, and I will show later the results in this video. And there is still ongoing the experiment number 2, and soon it will be phase 3. So stay tuned and let's see what result we got today. And also, before I move on, just subscribe to this channel somewhere here. I have already 47 subscribers, so you can see all the videos and you can learn more about the WorldSense project and what is its plan and purpose. So that's the beginning, and now I move to the experiment number 2. So at first I will start. So initially this experiment number 2 started with the phase 1, and it was about to observe the butterfly effect, where you just needed to find by me a few people like you, but you were asked only to find one person, just like you can see on the picture. So everyone can find one person, and then the other one was asked to find other new person. So that was the butterfly effect phase 1, and then we reached with this causes from 745 members in our group to 793 members. So the growth was 48 new members. And now here is the phase 2, which is closed right now, and you will see right here the results. So I started to ask you to find people. So I influence some of you, I don't know how many of you, but I ask you to find 2 people to join the group. So the scenario looked like this. So each of you was asked to find 2 people, and the other in the lower level were asked also to find 2 people. So that can be like exponential growth. So you can see it right here as it's growing, and it then moved more and more deeper, but it was not certain if everyone will find really 2 new people joining the group. And as we had in phase 1 48 new members, so now there will be the result how many members we got with this phase 2, the exponential growth. So you might guess before I will show the numbers, and it might surprise you. So we started with 793 members, and now we are ending with 846 new members. So the growth was 53. It's a little bit higher than 48 in the phase 1, but not so much. So it means that to find 2 person doesn't have more effect than we were asked, or you were asked only 1 person. And just imagine it is in one or in the similar period of time, about 3 or 4 weeks. So that's really very small difference, and in that case it looks that it's really enough to ask you to find just 1 person, and the butterfly effect will be nearly the same. So I will just show how deeply we could go as I explained it in the phase number 1. So it means that some of you might found more people, or you might influence more of them, which influence the other people, and some of you just influence only one or a few people. So let's see how that works. So I will make the Galton board experiment and I will restart it, and we will let fall 53 balls to see how the distribution looked like, or how deeply we could go. So I will wait until we reach number 53, which is the amount of members we got with this phase 2. So now it's stopped, and we will let fall all the balls remain. So it means that some of you found just one person, and some of you, the maximum was about 10 new people, and we can see that it's 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, that I was able to probably influence 10 people in this phase number 2. I will just restart it, and we can try it for the second time to see how this works, if the result will be the same, but the random distribution or even distribution will be very similar. So I influenced about, again, probably 10 people. Let's keep in mind that I will stop it as it's 53. So 1, 3, 6, 9. So at this phase I influenced 9 people, and the best of you had a chance to influence 11 new members in this group. So this is the result of the phase number 2. It's not really significant difference between phase number 1 and phase 2, and maybe it is quite surprising that there is no bigger effect. So that's the experiment here. And now, as I finished the phase 2, I am starting officially the phase number 3 of this experiment number 2, and you might guess how this experiment will look like. This is the final phase. There will not be any more other experiments like this. There will be a different experiment number 3 or other ones, but it will not be related to butterfly effect like we did it here. And now I'm asking you, just like you see here, I'm looking for new people who will find 3 new people like you see on this scenario, and the other one will find other 3 people. So each of you is asked to find 3 new people like you see in this scenario, and make sure that they will find also 3 people. So we will go deeply and deeply. And now the number of members in the World Sense Awakening group is about 850, and the goal with this experiment is to reach the golden line, which is 1000 members in our group. So that's the primary goal, and I'm again curious about the result, how big effect will be, if it will be the same like with the phase 1 and phase 2, or it will be significantly different. So we will see, and I'm looking forward to the result. So again, find 3 new people and ask them to join the World Sense Awakening group, and make sure that they will find also 3 people to join the group. And then when the experiment is finished, it takes about 3-4 weeks in maximum, I will again present the final results. So this is the final phase. So let's make the change and let's make the butterfly effect visible and to gain more members in our group. And that's it. Now I will tell you something more about the experiment number 1, which is still alive. So we started with this experiment with a few people, and I ask you just to write down 2 numbers in a range from 1 to 100, and then I put them into the graph. So the last time there were 99 people joined, and until now the experiment was joined by 120 new people. So it means it increased at 21% more. And now you can see how it looked before. So this is the form as it's done by these numbers, and if you shrink your eyes you can see some forms, and then this is the final result. So this is the increasement of new 21 members. So that is the previous one, and this is the last one. So you are still, if you are new here, still welcome to join the experiment, which is in the group. The link to the group is in the description. And that's it. So thank you for watching, and before we meet again, you can watch the videos on my right and join the experiment number 2, phase 3, and find really these 3 people. So meet you again within 3 or 4 weeks, and until that, have a great time and goodbye.